Hey, hello, how are you? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mark. How you getting on? How am I hearing someone going, huh? Anyway, not important. There's a trader somewhere. Anyway, we have stuff to be doing right away. I've had a few suggestions, like this one here. I'm very interested about putting in the armor stands. I think that's pretty cool. We've also had some other comments on the previous videos about different books that we could have, and that'll add to the collection, and we'll get closer to being finished. We have a few other patterns we want to do, and there's something interesting I want to do. I would like to try and find an old world save and go exploring around it. Or at the very least, just show you what Turtle Beach used to look like. Because the difference between the place now and what it used to be from the view on the balcony is crazy. So yeah, let's get to it, shall we? Alright, so now that I've got the armor stands, we need to think of a place to put them. And the only valid place I can think of is having them there and there, here and here. That's not ideal. There. That probably explains why I was hearing the villager noises. And then here and here. I'm not really sure if there's any other place for them to go. Apart from if we made, like, loads of them and had them either side of the lecterns. But I just don't know if that would look good. Plus, that would be ridiculously heavy on iron. And yes, iron. Because if you think I'm making these out of diamonds, you are very mistaken, my guy. I think I'm going to start and we're going to put them in the corners first. Then I'm going to see if I still like them as much. Then we'll maybe tweak the idea if we don't like them too much. Sound good? So first things first, this banner is going to be disappearing. It's up there after we beat that, whoever they are, the pillagers, like last episode or 2 episodes ago. It's just kind of there to hopefully tell them to just go away and leave me alone, but I don't know. It'll be replaced very shortly with my own magenta flag, so, you know, it's just there now for no reason at all. Anyway, I think these are a very good addition. I think it's a great suggestion. And obviously they don't look perfect, but again, there's only so much like you can do with Minecraft. Aye. But if you can imagine they're like proper suits of armor, medieval kind of nonsense like that, I think they're a really good addition. I like them. I really, really like the look of them. So basically, that's part 1 complete. Now, it's time to add some more culture. I'm pretty sure Captain Sparkles is spelled with a Z. Mr. Captain Sparkles, Jordan, I know you're a big fan of the channel, I know you're watching. If I've spelt your channel name wrong, my apologies, but, you know, welcome to being immortalized in my tunnel of completely random and pointless quotes. You're so very welcome. And yes, that's part 2 complete. So we're gonna come back to fixing the tunnel in a wee minute. We'll get the patterns in, we'll get everything cleaned up, we might put the roof in, we'll see what happens, we'll see where we get to. But as for right now, let's have a look at what this place used to look like. This is a view that I am so incredibly proud of. I think from this little balcony that, again, granted I completely forgot about, but I'm glad I remembered because it's now a staple of my episodes. This looks incredible. Whereas this looks almost unrecognizable. I had genuinely forgotten how much more desert I had made. So where would it be? So that's the anchor there. So it's about here. The entrance to the temple is about here, give or take. And it's all just forest. I had completely forgotten, because even all down here isn't desert and isn't beach. I completely forgot how much I actually done when I decided to do the temple and how much I've actually sanded off the place. I wonder. Give me a second. So my hunch was correct. So before I had my storage room under here, I was planning to do something with the middle, something similar to this, and I was going to have a big water feature going all the way up. We were going to use glass. It was going to look something like that. But then the water kept coming out because the panes don't exactly match up with this and there's still the slight gap. And it was causing me so much grief that I just gave up. Yeah, this is where my storage system is. That's crazy. And obviously this is still very new, but there's now no entrance there. This is all just solid mountain again. There's no bridge. There's no stairs. This is what, yeah, so right. I had actually completely forgotten. So this is what my old storage system looked like. So obviously these are still in the same place. The books are still here. And then we had just... It was completely pointless. I didn't really do anything. I didn't really need a big... I don't even really need one now, to be honest, but I just decided to make one. I completely forgot how much everything's changed. That's class, actually. I actually can't get over how much this has changed. There's just so much more beach now. I think it goes all the way down to there, down to that wee cave. Well, actually, the beach goes all the way down to right about there. So yeah, I was pretty much right. The difference is staggering. I'm very, very glad that I have these old world backups because it is so satisfying to look back and see where everything's come from and what everything looks like now. Because that was just a forest. I love what we've built here. I love it so much. And I'm so glad we have the before and the after to really get an actual glimpse at just how mad this actually is. So, since our little trip down memory lane, I've been kinda busy. All the patterns in here are now done. So when you walk down, everywhere's colorful, everywhere's vibrant, everywhere's cool. If there's some colors that kind of clash, or if I'm using a specific color too much in one area, they will change. But for now, the ideas really come together, and it's looking exactly how I wanted it to look. What a weird camera angle that is. Hi. Something else that has been done that I'm not sure if you can notice or not, just right away. All the torches are now down. So like I suggested last time, can we light up this whole place with just glowstone? It would appear so. I'm definitely not against having some kind of lighting on the roof or somehow putting it in on the floor. I was thinking these middle blocks here, all of them could be glowstone. It would light up the floor, it would light up the floor, it would light up the corridor. However, I'm just not really sure it would fit in. Having the yellowy light block on the ground, when everything else is stone, I'm not really sure how I feel about it. But it might be something we try out just to see if we like it or not. But that's not all I've been up to. Out here, you'd never know that there's something going on in there. I've terraformed this wall here, and so even now when you're walking up here, you're flush to the mountain, which is actually a change that I really like. There's no longer the gap, and I think that just kind of really ties it all together. I'm very happy with that change. I'm gonna put that right there. Also, all the outside of over here has been done as well. Okay, apart from there, I'll fix that in a second. All down here has been done, as well as all over here has been done. So all the terraforming's been done. Patterns are all in. Everything has come together quite nicely. Everything's looking natural. It's all coming together very nicely. Let's put that there. And let's try and find where... Is that it? That is it. There we go. If you ask me, that's looking pretty class. Very happy with it. I like how it's all come together. Before we move too far on, I think I've decided I am going to just try out and see what the glowstone looks like in the floor. So I'm pretty sure the space I'm going to use is the block right in between the middle of the lecterns. And then I was thinking probably that one. I think that'll keep the spacing quite nice. I think it'll still help with the room. And I don't think it'll actually look too out of place because there's glowstone on all the walls. So it still actually might look in place. So give me a second and I'll get that done. So I was right. The glowstone on the floor, I don't think looks at all out of place. With it all being on the walls, I don't think the block looks just random. I think it looks like it's part of the aesthetic, and it fits, to me anyway, really, really well. There's absolutely nothing that I can see wrong with it. Walking in, it keeps the place well lit. It should stop things spawning. It matches the walls. All these designs, to me anyway, are looking great. I really like it. From what started off as a really just random idea, I've actually fallen in love with. I think everything in here looks class. Now though, I am going to put a lectern here, because the longer it takes me to do it, the more likely I am to actually forget. Sound good? Yeah. Hi. So the more time I spend on this balcony, the more I just want to make things here just look pretty. So the more time I'm looking, the better the view is. Yeah, I think that makes sense. So with that being said, I'm thinking about adding something on that little slope there. I'm not really sure how it would look. I would like to add kind of like a waterfall, just going down there. But I don't actually know how to make the origin of the waterfall, because just having random water there, yeah, it would have the effect, but you know what I mean? If it's not actually coming from somewhere, that might look pointless. So realistically, I'm thinking right around here, or maybe just down here somewhere. Like, technically, we could just cordon off this area here with sand, put some water in here, it would flow down, and technically, it would look fine. It would make sense. Why would there just be water here? Know what I mean? I don't want it to just be there for the sake of it. So what I might do, I'll see if it looks stupid, and if it does, we'll try and design it. If it doesn't look stupid, we don't need to fix it. I love my windmill. I'm getting off topic. I'm thinking right here. I might just shadow this design here, bring it down here, dig down one, fill it with water, have it go down there. Then, I'm thinking, maybe flatten this area out here and put something there. I just don't really know what yet. Maybe some kind of, like, smaller, deserty kind of house. Some sandstone, doorways, walls, maybe a wee, like, wheat garden. I don't know. I'm thinking off the top of my head. I want the view from the balcony there to just be the best thing you've ever seen. That's my goal. So I'm going to get started on that. That went pretty perfectly. So I dug it down at the back here. We lit it up a little bit. And there's a wee lip at the front. And it just kind of cascades down. And it does look as cool as I would like it to. What I'm going to do now is probably put some sugarcane around the top of it. Some cactus. Give it a little bit of life. Maybe put a tree there. Would I put a palm tree there? Possibly. Or would I put... What actual trees do you see in the desert? You don't see any, do you? Right. So maybe just cactus. Maybe just sugarcane. I think there needs to be something there, but I just don't know exactly. Oh, I know what we're going to do. We're going to put some lighting either side of it, kind of like this, but another design that I've been looking at and I've been working on. I think that'll look class. That'll look... Okay, I've talked myself into it. I'm going to get that set up. Give me a second. Hi. So I think I should have everything. And the design that I'm thinking is something simple. So let me just get this. Would that be right? Is that too close? Let me put these down. Is that too close together? Yes. So I'm going to move them over Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. There. Perfect. Great. Do that. This. Lovely. Copy the same on the other side. And now I try and find some flint and steel. Okay, and now we wait for nighttime to make sure they look as good as I think they do. Here could use some slight love. So let's bring that out. Elongate that a little bit. That there. Yeah, there we go. Put all smooth sandstone down there. All right, let's go see what this looks like at nighttime. I'm not actually sure where the idea came from in my head, but I'm very glad that I had it. I think this really adds to the whole aesthetic of the place. I think it fits the area well. It helps light up the statue. I really like the look of the braziers. Braziers? I think that's what I mean. The waterfall was looking a bit dark, so last second I decided to add some glowstone. And I don't think it looks out of place. It helps light it up. It keeps all the ripples in the waterfall, which makes it look a bit more natural and a lot less just kind of put there, if that makes sense. I think this area here has been terraformed well. I think this came together really well. For an idea that just randomly came into my head, I think that actually worked out very well. I'm quite proud of myself, to be honest. This whole area here is it's becoming something great. And it definitely adds to the view from up here. It's something simple, but now there's just a lot less space. There was a lot of sand. Now with the braziers, again, that might not be what they're called, but it's what I'm going with. The statue, the waterfall, we've got the well over there. We're gonna put something here. I think I still might extend the desert out here just so we have a lot more area to actually build in, but it's all coming together very nicely. We are at the end of today's episode. It has been a little bit shorter than normal, but that's literally just down to the fact that when I started editing, I don't know, I just hadn't recorded as much as I thought I had. We obviously got quite a lot done today. We did the floors, the more patterns, the terraforming, we worked on the beach a little bit more, but apparently I just didn't record too much of it, and I really don't know why, and unfortunately I am now out of time. I'm having to record this. The second I finish doing this, we'll get it edited, I'll set it to upload overnight, and then you guys will hopefully be watching it tomorrow, 12:30. It's a big hopefully. Well, it's not a big hopefully, I'm usually on time. I'm getting really good at it. Might need to extend that map a little bit more, just so we can include the waterfall. Remind me to do that next time. So in next episode, I think we're going to start working on the outside of the temple. We're going to add some more structures, some more buildings, maybe another statue. I'm probably going to elongate the beach a little bit. I'm not really sure what I'm going to be up to, but plenty is going to get done. You already know. If you have enjoyed today's episode, please have a like. If you are new here, feel free to subscribe to the channel. The views, comments, likes, all that kind of stuff, it's been class, so I don't even really need to say it at this point. Just thank you so much. Having said that, and with that being said, I hope you stay out of trouble. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, and I'll see yous later.